Dvaravati culture, the rise of Theravada. Buddhism in ancient Thailand. Introduction, a golden age of serenity and faith. Imagine a time in Southeast Asia, centuries before the great empires of Sukhothai or Ayutthaya, when the heartland of what is now Thailand was home to a vibrant, sophisticated civilization. This was the Dvaravati culture, flourishing from the 6th to the 11th century CE, a period that would profoundly shape the spiritual landscape of the region. Dvaravati wasn't just a political entity, it was a cultural beacon, primarily known for fostering and spreading a distinct form of Theravada Buddhism. But who were the Dvaravati people, and how did their profound devotion to the teachings of the Buddha lead to an artistic and religious renaissance? What unique characteristics defined their Theravada Buddhism, and how did it develop and spread, leaving an indelible mark on the future of Thailand? Join us as we explore the tranquil yet impactful world of the Dvaravati culture and its pivotal role in the development of Theravada Buddhism. Chapter 1. The Mon people and the Dvaravati landscape. The Dvaravati culture is primarily associated with the Mon people, who were among the earliest inhabitants to establish organized states in mainland Southeast Asia. Their centers were typically moated urban settlements in the lower Chao Phraya River Valley, including key sites like Nakhon Pathom, U Thong, Kubua, and Sithep. Strategic location. These cities thrived on fertile plains, benefiting from riverine trade routes that connected them to the coast and further afield, facilitating cultural exchange. Architectural features. Dvaravati cities were often characterized by their circular or oval moats and earthen ramparts, suggesting a unique urban planning style. Within these settlements, archaeologists have uncovered foundations of stupas and viharas, indicating a strong religious presence. Early evidence. The very name Dvaravati comes from a 7th century Chinese account, which transliterated a Sanskrit name, Dvaravati, for a Buddhist kingdom west of Cambodia. Further archaeological confirmation came from silver coins bearing the inscription Shre Dvaravati Svarapunya, solidifying its identity. While the exact political structure is still debated, Dvaravati represented a distinct cultural sphere with a shared religious and artistic identity. Chapter 2. The Emergence and Characteristics of Dvaravati Theravada Buddhism. Theravada Buddhism, originating from Sri Lanka, found fertile ground in Dvaravati, becoming its predominant religion. The adoption was likely a gradual process, influenced by missionaries and traders. Indian and Sri Lankan Buddhist monks and traders brought the teachings of the Buddha along established maritime routes. Royal patronage. Local rulers likely embraced Buddhism for its moral framework, potential for legitimizing their rule, and its capacity to unify diverse populations. Dvaravati Theravada Buddhism exhibited several key characteristics. Pali Canon. Evidence suggests a strong adherence to the Pali Canon, the sacred scriptures of Theravada Buddhism. Aniconic and iconic representations. Early Dvaravati art sometimes featured aniconic symbols of the Buddha, such as the Dharmachakra, often accompanied by a crouching deer, symbolizing the Buddha's first sermon in the deer park. Over time, iconic Buddha images became prevalent, emphasis on the historical Buddha. Unlike Mahayana Buddhism, which also had a presence, Dvaravati Theravada focused more on the historical Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama, and his teachings. Sangha. The presence of numerous Buddhist structures implies a well-organized monastic community that played a central role in religious life and education. Chapter 3. Artistic expressions of faith. The Dvaravati style. The Dvaravati period is renowned for its distinctive and highly influential Buddhist art, which synthesized Indian classical styles with local sensibilities. Buddha images. The most iconic Dvaravati creations are its Buddha statues, typically carved from stone or cast in bronze. They are characterized by serene and ponderous faces, often with a gentle, often called the Dvaravati smile, downcast eyes, broad noses, and full lips. Ushnisha, often flame-like or shaped like a lotus bud. Hair curls, tight snail shell curls. Monastic robes, draped naturally, covering both shoulders, with a U-shaped fold at the bottom, often emphasizing the body's form underneath. Mudras. Common mudras include Vitarka mudra, Abhaya mudra, and Dhyana mudra. Dharmachakra. These large, intricately carved stone wheels were symbolic representations of the Buddha's teachings and are characteristic of Dvaravati sites. Stupas and chedis. Dvaravati architects built brick stupas and chedis, which enshrined relics and served as focal points for worship. The Phara Pathama Chedi at Nakhon Pathom, though heavily rebuilt, is believed to have Dvaravati origins. Terracotta and stucco. Intricate terracotta and stucco decorations adorn temples, depicting scenes from the Jataka tales and other Buddhist narratives. This unique artistic style became a foundational influence on later Thai Buddhist art, demonstrating a powerful and original expression of faith. Chapter 4. Decline and Enduring Legacy. By the 10th and 11th centuries CE, the Dvaravati culture began to decline, facing increasing pressure from the rising Khmer Empire to the east. Khmer expansion. The powerful Khmer kings of Angkor gradually extended their influence westward, conquering Dvaravati centers like Lopburi. This led to a period of Khmer dominance in central Thailand, evident in the shift towards Khmer architectural styles and Hindu Mahayana Buddhist iconography in some areas. Internal factors. While external pressure was significant, internal dynamics or environmental changes might also have contributed to the decline. Persistence of Theravada. Despite the political shift, the deep roots of Theravada Buddhism within the Mon population largely persisted. Even under Khmer rule, and later with the emergence of Thai kingdoms, the Theravada tradition remained strong. Legacy. Foundational for Thai Buddhism. Dvaravati laid the essential groundwork for Theravada Buddhism in the region, which would later be revitalized and become the state religion of the Sukhothai and Ayutthaya kingdoms, and ultimately modern Thailand. Artistic influence. The distinctive Dvaravati artistic style significantly influenced later Thai art and architecture. Cultural continuity. The Mon people, though integrated into later polities, maintained their cultural and religious identity, passing on aspects of Dvaravati's heritage. Conclusion. The quiet strength of faith. The Dvaravati culture, though often overshadowed by its more famous neighbors, played an indispensable role in the history of Southeast Asia. It was a period defined by the flourishing of Theravada Buddhism, which not only shaped a unique artistic expression, but also instilled a profound spiritual character that would echo through centuries. The serene Buddha images and the pervasive presence of the Wheel of Law stand as silent testaments to a civilization that found its greatest strength, not in military might, but in the peaceful wisdom of the Dharma. Dvaravati's legacy reminds us of the enduring power of faith and art to define a people and influence a nation, paving the way for the Buddhist identity that remains central to Thailand today. What aspect of Dvaravati culture or its Buddhist art do you find most captivating? Share your thoughts in the comments below.